Here was one of the questions which was part of the homework section. You weren't asked to do the even numbers, but you just asked to do the odd numbers. But this was one of that block. And I got asked to do this. I thought this was a really wonderful question. And I made it part of the Hey Mahi, but we didn't quite get to actually doing the solution in class. So I thought I'd do it here. I do it a couple of ways. One's a lazy way, and the other's a little bit more astute, thinking of common factors and things and common multiples and so on. So let's have a look at this and see how this plays out. So the most obvious thing here to do is to get rid of the denominator. The denominators are in the way. If we could just add everything together and collect like terms, we'd be, really on the scoreboard much more quickly. But we've got a 4 and an 8 and a 3, and perhaps the quickest way around this is to say what's common to 4, 8, and 3. Because they're the denominators. Well, we can just go 4 times 8 times 3. 4 eighths is 32 times 3 is 96. So if we were to multiply every numerator here by 96, we'd get rid of all the denominators, and then all we were dealing with was just basic algebra, no fractions, and life would be a lot easier. Let's see how that plays out. So I'm going to multiply everything. I'll restate the problem so we can see what I've done to it at each stage. So 2x minus 3 on 8 minus 1 minus 2x on 3 equals 2. Let's start multiplying everything by 96. So I'll multiply this by 96, by 96, and by 96. But really, I'm not multiplying the top by 96. I just want to put that there so I can divide it out with the 4. In layperson's terms, I can cancel. So the question is, well, how many times does 4 go into 96? Well, it goes 24 times. If I divide 96 by 4, I get 24. So I can just cross that out and write 24. But straight away, I've also got rid of the denominator. So how many times does 8 go into 96? Well, 8 goes to 96. Well, 12 eighths are 96. So I can cross this out and write my 12, but I also cross out the denominator. How many times does 3 go into 96? Well, that's going to be 32. So cross those out, write my 32 in, and of course not forgetting to multiply the 2 by the 96. 96 2s, that's going to be a 192. All right, now I've just got the single line. I do have a little bit of multiplication to get to make happen, but I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to collect like terms. So 3 24s, that'd be 72 times x minus 2 plus 12 lots of 2x minus 3. Oops, that's the wrong bracket, the wrong way around. Imagine it's that way around, yeah? Minus, and then we've got, that's going to be 32 times 1 minus 2x. Running out of room a little bit there. All right, let's expand that out. So 72 times x is 72x. 72 times negative 2 is going to be negative 144 plus 12 times 2x is 24x. 12 times minus 3 is minus 36. Negative 32 times 1 is negative 32, and negative 32 times negative 2 is going to be positive 64. And all of that, of course, equals 192. We're trying to keep those equal signs under each other as we go. All right, let's look at the next bit. So now we're going to collect like terms. We're going to say, well, what's 72? I'm going to add these up as I go. So I've got a 72 and a 24. And we've got, this was 64x, by the way, and a 64x, that comes to 160x, and I've got 192 over there. Now let's add up the integers. So we've got a negative 144, negative 36, and negative 32. That comes to, that's going to be negative 212. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make x the subject. We're going to add 212 to both sides. Here we go. So that's going to become, what's that? So that's 104 divided by, and so because we've got 160x now is equal to that, we're going to divide both sides by 160, divide by 160. 160 divided by 160, of course, is 1, leaving me with x. So 404 divided by 160, and that comes to 101 on 40. So there is my answer. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that last bit. So yes, it comes to 101 over 40.